Hello everyone, welcome back to the Bonsai Expression. I'm Christoph and today we're back with the tiger bark ficus that we rescued from a local garden centre. If you remember, it's probably about last year in October we did a video on this, and so it's about time we did an update. It's been roughly a year. As you can see, it's got on plenty of growth and it's doing really well. Now I'm going to switch this video around and we're going to have a nice little talk. As I was saying, we've rescued this tree over 12 months ago now, probably 18 months ago originally. The video I did was over 12 months ago. Last October, I put it out, and originally the tree was, I think, stood up like this, and we did major surgery, taking all the dead leaves off, and we took all the dead branches off as well. If you go to the original video I put out, everything was dead except a couple of little shoots, and all the soil itself was completely solid. You couldn't stab it with your finger, and it wasn't soft at all. It was completely solid. We had to soak it in a bucket, try and soften it up. We had it soaked in there. I did a step-by-step video where over a couple of weeks I showed you exactly what we did. So first of all, we soaked it in a bucket, and then we came back, cut sections of it back, and then we waited for shoots to come out, and then once the shoots out, we selected the buds that we're shooting out, and then went through, had a look at the ones that we wanted and kept, and then we decided to make use of the roots and the shoots, change the angle up, allow it to grow and cut back again, and then we left it for 12 months, and this is what we've got so far. So now, today, everything is grown nicely, and you can see where we're at. So for today, we're going to somewhat style it, cut it back a little bit, and just give some of this growth some little movement. So today, this section here, that's all grown back, I'm just going to wire this. So I think first thing, I don't need this section here, so let me just show you. If I bring you in, I've got this big branch here, and I've got this little branch here. They both come from the same section, so I'm just going to take this one off. So if I get my snips, I'm just going to come in, remove that. And I'm going to continue with this branch here. I don't want both of these coming from the same spot. And this one here, because it grows straight up, what I would like to do, I just move the tree on this angle here so you can see. Let me just pop you there. What I would like to do is fill in this space. So I would like to wire the tree down a little bit and fill in this space here with this branch. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be keeping all of this branch, but I'm just going to pop a bit of wire on here, move it in, try not to damage this. Well, I've already damaged it a little bit, but we're going to put the wire on, not to damage it, make sure it's got plenty of wire on there, keeping it in place, and then we'll utilize that over in this direction. This branch here, we'll utilize it, probably cut it back a little bit, move it over as well. Utilize this growing, utilize those growing out as well. Other than that, we're just going to move things in the right direction, give it a little bit of a trim. Start putting the shape in this tree. So I'll start wiring this up. Once I've put the wire on, I'll come back and show you how to bend it. Now I finished putting a couple of pieces of wire on the tree. As you can see, I've wired this section up here on the branch I wanted, and I've just connected it to this branch here as well. And just at the back, I've just put a little bit of wire around this branch here and connected it down to this one, just so I can just put it into position. Now, I've planted the tree here, but as these branches have grown, I've decided the way I'm going to go forward with this tree is I'm going to have it just here. Now the tree is leaning backwards, and the way the branches have grown and the way I'm going to wire this up it will give the tree a sense of depth. So for me, it's probably not quite on the corner here, but just slightly here. Now the tree's got a sense of depth the way it's growing, so I'm going to wire this branch, the one that we got, and I'm just going to move it slightly into position to give it a sense of depth, hence why I put a bit of wire around it, so it's just a little bit more in position. This branch here, we're just going to bring it down. I'm just going to move it around like this. I'm going to bring that down, but I'm also going to bring it to a point where this can also become a leader. So I'm going to bend, but I think I might need a bit more wire just up here. So nothing too drastic, just enough to give a bit of twist as well. This is going to be the leader. So this has got a little bit of movement in it as well now. Now again, I don't want something too drastic where it points down. We're just going to move, put a bit of movement in it. Come across. Now again, it's a very long, so we will be cutting this back. I'm just putting it in place. Right, so it's got the initial movement in it, comes across. Now if I left it like that, it's very straight. So all these leaves are there. We will cut back and let it grow, but I will just try and add a little bit of movement. But I want natural movement. I don't want it to look like it's been added there. So again, maybe a bit down, maybe a bit of up, maybe a bit of left and right turning. I want it to look like it's been clip and grown. And then I'm going to chop it back. So I'm going to cut it back. So I'm probably going to cut back to here. Once the wire's been taken off, I'm going to cut right back here and let that grow in. And we'll do the clip, grow method, which I like, because I don't like the whole, like I say, I don't like it looking as though it's been twisted and been manufactured by somebody else. And by adding wire, your trees always look like that. Okay, so with this leaf, I've just moved it to the right a little bit and put that little bit of movement in it. So it actually looks natural, not manufactured. This branch comes across it. I am going to cut it back. I'm just going to allow it to add that movement in it, stick, then we'll cut back, which looks nice now. When we cut back, I'll allow the branches to grow out in all different directions, which is sitting perfectly. This branch, I will just bring down a hair. Just in the right direction. Just like so. Again, I'll cut back and allow it to do its thing, grow in the correct direction. This one grows quite nicely. I'm not going to mess about with it. I haven't put the wire on too tightly because I don't want to bend it. All it is to stabilize that rear branch. This branch in the right at the back, I'm just going to have to move it this way. Got a branch right here at the back, possibly in the wrong place because it is sort of a T-bar. I would like it something around here, ideally, as it's T-barring from here, so I might end up cutting that off, but for the time being, it does fill a gap. I could always try and graft something further down here, but for now I'm just going to leave it. So let's do some cuts. Let's shorten this branch. Got the height on this one. Actually no, let's do the height of the back one first. So if I was going to bring the height of this one down, let's say to this one, this back one would have to come at least, I don't know, somewhere. Well, let's get rid of all these excess leaves for the time being so I can work out, I can see into it then properly. Our ingrowing branches would have to go we'd have to go somewhere there, growing upwards. I'd have to say possibly just there. Bring all this back. Just like that. Shorten all these side branches. They're way too long. Bring them all back in. Yes, it does still, this one needs bringing back way too long. It's way too long, but I've got that wire out, I've wrapped around it, and my snips are not going to go through that. So for now, it does need to come back to there, but for now I'm just going to leave it just here. Snip that to there. I think we are looking at something possibly there for that back branch. Right, let me just move this out of the way. So for you, the way you guys are looking at it is just about there. There we go. Something like that. I think that's where we want it. This still needs bringing back a touch, I think. I'm happy with that for now. That will do us. I really want to get in and cut this down. Let me see if I can get these wire snips in there. Because I would like to come in to there, I think. That's better. I've got a big leaf under that. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, we'll see how that goes, see how that develops. I do have a small branch just at the bottom here. I'll leave that for the time being. And then this one at the back. There we go. As I said, this one at the back is more of a T branch, bar branch. Now, if I have it like that, it looks good. If I have it like that, it looks good. This is going to look good from all angles now. Even here. The only difference is it looks like a 90-degree angle here. But again, once that comes off, we trim that down, make it look more natural. So there we go, that's the next step in this rescue ficus. If you do like this one, please do give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, folks. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.